Hello, good evening. It's been a while since I've made a video about my perfume collection. I believe that it's been a year since my last video, and I'm already getting ready for bed. But I decided to film this tonight because it's already the start of 2019, and I want to wish everyone as well a happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful time during the holidays with your family. I'm sure I did. 2018 was a challenging but a blessed year for me. So without further ado, here is my updated perfume collection for 2019. Some of the perfumes that I have got slightly a backstory into it, but mostly I was just trying to find new scents that suit me and, suit the mood for the time of the year. So they are not in order, but here it goes. First perfume is by Carolina Herrera. This is the Good Girl. I've been eyeing this perfume for such a long time, and it took me a while to buy it, and eventually I bought it and I have no regrets. This perfume is really good for dates. Like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers rave about this perfume, and I can honestly tell you that it's amazing. It's really good. The scent is it's kind of fresh and sweet, but not overpowering, if you know what I mean. And it's the perfume that I use if I know I'm gonna have a good time. So this is Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. The next one is Viva La Juicy Noir. This was an impulsive buy, but I don't regret buying it. It's sweet and bubbly and fresh and young. So this is a perfume that I would recommend you to use during the day, most probably during springtime. You could also wear this during winter. You can wear this any season actually, and it's very nice. It's not that long lasting, but still, if you can reach for this bottle wherever you are, if you have a smaller version of it, I'd recommend you to buy this one. The next one is Coco Mademoiselle, the Intense version. So I think this got released in 2018, the Intense version, and this is an expensive perfume. That's why it took me a long time to buy this particular perfume, but I don't regret buying it. I only use it for very special occasions. This is perfect for date nights. I know that a lot of women also use this perfume, but I don't own the Coco Mademoiselle, the first one, not the Intense version, but I can honestly say that it's worth buying if you've saved for this one. Next one is Zara Orchid Intense. So this is a cheap perfume, and it's good for daytime. It's flowery, fresh, not intoxicating. I usually reach for this perfume when I'm going to the gym. The same with one other perfume that I've recently owned. And yeah, just for regular days, I would recommend Zara Orchid Intense. This other perfume I just got recently on my birthday, my 33rd birthday. This is from my sister. It's Michael Kors. I don't know which one it is. It's white luminous gold. So she said that this was a blind buy for her, but it's a bit musky, but the dry down is powdery. So it's actually really good. It doesn't last long, but you know, it's worth it. Like, I mean, I'm never gonna get rid of this perfume, especially because it was given by someone. Next, I've got Maison Lancome. I'm trying to figure out what's the name. Oud Bouquet. So a lot of YouTubers that I watch have raved about this perfume as well. It's oud. It reminds me of the Middle Eastern countries, although I've never been there, but it's incensey. The scent is so incensey. I remember one time when I was wearing this perfume. It's very long lasting too. I remember one time when I was wearing this perfume and someone had said in my workplace that it had reminded her of her time in Bali. So I think that's because of you know, the incense smell to this one. It's very strong, so I would recommend like just 1 or 2 spritzes and that would last you the entire day. The next one that I have is Olympia Intense. As you can see, I have murdered this perfume. I think when I bought it, I used it straight for 2 months. It was my everyday perfume. It was my perfume for work. I was so in love with this scent. And yeah, Olympia Intense is one of my favorite perfumes. I don't use this at the moment because it's summertime here. But if there are slightly cold days or during winter time or autumn, I would definitely be reaching out for this again, and I would be buying a second bottle if I run out. The next one I've got is D&G La Imperatrice. I bought this perfume particularly for my trip to Fiji, which was September of this year. So I went to Fiji on my own for a week. I did some soul searching, and it was a very memorable trip for me because it was the first trip that I did alone, and I got to experience the culture, the people, the food, most definitely, the beach, and I had a lot of time to myself. I had a lot of time thinking about my life and where my life was heading. So this particular perfume reminds me so much of Fiji. You know how people say that, you know, when you go on a trip, you should always have a particular scent, and that scent will always remind you of that memory. And this is one of them. La Imperatrice does remind me so much of my trip to Fiji. And during that trip, I had like an hour or so free time at the airport. So I was checking out duty free and I was trying on scents. And then I sprayed this on my wrist. And when I got to the plane, like 2-3 hours after, I could smell this scent that was overpowering the scent that I had on for the trip. And I remember that it was Creed, the Creed perfume. If you've watched my previous video, I did try to buy a tester for Aventus for her, which was also from Creed, but I didn't like the scent. I thought that it was too strong for my liking. But this one, the Spring Flower by Creed, is amazing. I love this scent. This is amazing for springtime, for summertime, when it's really hot and warm and humid, and you know, this is so fresh. It doesn't last that long, but I am definitely in love with this as well. So the moment I got out of the plane and I had my Wi-Fi on, I immediately bought this online. So by the time I got home from my trip, the box for the delivery for this perfume was already at my house. So yeah, that's Creed Spring Flower. Lastly, this is my current perfume. This is the perfume that I've always used for the last month since I bought it for work. It's Givenchy Slime. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Lanterdit. Lanterdi, I think. Sorry if I butcher that name. So yeah, I really get a lot of compliments with this perfume. It's long lasting. I would say it lasts me 6 to 7 hours. Like by the time I get off work, I could still smell it on me, but just like, you know, really close. But at the start of the day, man, the sillage, the power of this perfume is amazing. I have bought another perfume, but it's still not here. I might do a review of it in the future when I've used it for a while, and I'll keep you guys posted. So that's the updated version. This is the updated video of my perfume collection for 2019. I hope I've helped you in one way or another, and I wish you guys a happy new year, a happy 2019. You know, we're all strong, we can do this, and you know, life is short. Let's all live it to the fullest. Have a good night.